If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, you might be wondering, what's going to happen to the housing market with the 2024 presidential election just around the corner? Well, you're not alone. It's a big question on a lot of people's minds, and today I'm going to break it all down. So hang on. First off, let's talk about home sales. Historically, presidential elections have had only a small temporary impact on the housing market. In the month of November during election years, there's usually a slight slowdown in home sales. Ellie Wolf, who is the chief economist at Zonda, explains it well. Ellie says, usually home sales are unchanged compared to a non-election year, with the exception being November in an election year. November is typically slower than normal. But don't worry, this slowdown is temporary. Data shows that after 9 of the last 11 presidential elections, home sales bounced back in December and even increased the following year. So if you're thinking about selling, there's no need to hit the panic button just because of the election. Now, what about home prices? Do they take a hit during election years? Well, not typically. Residential appraiser and housing analyst Ryan Lundquist says it best. An election year doesn't alter the price trend that is already happening in the market. Home prices are pretty resilient. They tend to rise year over year, regardless of who's running the office. In fact, after 7 of the last 8 presidential elections, home prices actually increased the following year. The only time that this didn't happen was during the housing market crash, which was an outlier and not normal. So if you're worried about your home losing value, history shows that's not likely to happen just because of an election. All right, so now let's not forget about mortgage rates, which play a huge role in your monthly payment if you're buying a home. Looking back at the last 11 presidential election years, mortgage rates decreased from July to November in 8 of them. And most forecasts expect mortgage rates to ease slightly throughout the remainder of this year as well. So if you're planning to buy, this could be good news for you. Interest rates going down. Okay. So what's the big takeaway? While presidential elections do have some impact on the housing market, the effects are usually small and temporary. As Lisa Sturtevant, who's the chief economist at Bright MLS, says, historically, the housing market doesn't tend to look very different in presidential election years compared to other years. That's good news. For most buyers and sellers, elections don't have a major impact on their plans. The market remains strong and resilient even during election years. So, if you're feeling uncertain about making a move this year, remember that history is on your side. And if you need any help navigating the market, whether it's an election year or not, I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. See you next time.